the violence just keeps compiling on top of itself. PNB Rock is at a Roscoe's. It's actually weirdly the same Roscoe's that we did a vlog in like 9 months ago or some shit with me and Foolie.
The same one.
I think if you just search like No Jumper Foolie vlog, it'll probably come right up. But we were just checking out his sort of local neighborhood and everything like that, right? And that was the Roscoe's that we went to. And they kept telling us like, this ain't like a regular Roscoe's. I know they got Roscoe's in Long Beach and Hollywood and like nice areas and shit. But this Roscoe's is pretty much like right by some projects and shit.
It's literally the worst, one of the worst restaurants in Los Angeles that you could go eat at.
Damn.
Like literally, like we're from LA.
Niggas not to go.
We know niggas that's in that area. We still don't go eat over there.
When I went,
you know what I mean?
I've
eaten there once or twice, but I don't feel, you don't sit there and eat like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm comfortable. Like,
I mean, there were a lot of like families and shit when I was in there. You know, it's like old people sitting there, you know, random ass Mexican people
that
chilling,
shit is
whatever.
Right in the fucking main street.
Listen, that Roscoe's wouldn't be open if there wasn't a constant supply of people that wanted to go there, you know?
Sure.
But it's mostly people who fucking live there. And it's like
from the area.
Almost 0% of
people
them
that live
famous.
on that side.
I'll put it in perspective. When we were there, I wish I remember his name right now, but we start talking to like a guard who's in the parking lot, and he basically tells me he's from blank gang and he just did 30 years in prison for a murder or some shit.
30 years?
And this dude has only been out for like a year or some shit, and his day-to-day job is basically like standing in this parking lot protecting the fucking corner store and the Roscoe's, whatever. Like, that's how probable some crazy shit happening is that they got that kind of security who really has like a street resume that is going to make people not want to test something in that plaza.
Shit been happening in that plaza for years.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, for everybody that's not from Los Angeles, that's the east side. That's like, when you ask anybody, like, where do you not go to do anything?
Right.
It's just
stay away from the east side unless you with somebody from the east side.
You know why he's over there?
It gets real easty.
Why?
Well, I heard that it's because the fucking Jokes Up, Runts, whatever, like the Young LB shit, like they were working on a strain, and that's like not that far from there.
Yeah, but that's not the plaza.
Yeah, it's still
right. But I think that, you know, they finished doing their weed shit, whatever, like have their little business meeting, and then they're like, oh, let's get some food. What's around here?
And I can see somebody like, oh, Roscoe's is cool, and thinking like, you know, like it's cool to go to. And
right, because
like,
Roscoe's is such a known thing in LA, and most of them are not in treacherous ass areas. So people kind of think Roscoe's, oh, it better be cool. I'm gonna be real with you. If I was in that area riding bikes or hanging out doing some kind of business meeting, whatever, near there, I wouldn't think it was that out of the ordinary to go there. But that's me not really knowing where I'm at.
It look grimy.
That's not me knowing where I'm at.
Yeah,
I know what it's like because I'm sitting there having Foolie telling me like, oh, this and this happened around here. This is this area. These people can't come here.
That shit is grimy.
If you could compare that one to the other ones, that it looks great.
It's night and day. Yeah. And even like the one in Inglewood, like
the one in Inglewood is safer than
it's
that.
better, but shit happens over there too. But you know, I was telling
go to the one in Hollywood.
Yeah, go to one in Hollywood. Even then, that one is you still gotta watch yourself.
Yeah, but still.
But I was telling Flacco the other day, and I told Flacco, I'm like, hey, equivalent to this is like basically saying go eat across the street from Old Block. And you know what I'm saying? And just have your shit on and just eat there. It's like, no, that's how, you know, how crazy that area is.
Right. It's definitely the equivalent probably.
And like, okay, like, cause his story was still up. So I like went back and watched his story, and I was like, bro, this nigga he didn't just have like the regular, like everyday chains on. He had like the extra out chains on.
Is that true?
Bro,
I was wondering that because everybody assumes he had hella jewelry on, but I was thinking in my head.
I looked at his story.
Right.
I heard he pulled up in a Maybach too.
And he was in a Maybach.
So if you pull
on the east side,
you got to think about it. You pull up to one of the grimiest hoods in Los Angeles, areas in Los Angeles, in a Maybach, and you got your chains on, and people watch. You've been there. You see niggas watch that shit all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't take but a couple of minutes for somebody to be like, hey, he over here slipping. Like, you know what I mean? That's the reality of the situation.
Well, let's be real. Like, based on what we know now, this is some extra ass shit because most of what we're hearing about these robberies of celebrities and everything like that is people basically like scouting out strip clubs and clubs and restaurants or whatever. They see somebody with some nice shit on, and then they follow them back to their crib, because if you try to rob somebody on some random cul-de-sac in the valley, you might really be able to get out of there afterwards because it's such a low profile area without that many people around. Now, granted, they have cameras. That's something you got to think about and everything. But this is different. This dude walks up in broad fucking daylight and shoots this
inside
guy.
of the restaurant.
And I mean, I have a source it's obviously not 100%, but I heard that they didn't even like really make a full effort to strip him of his jewelry. I heard they just pulled up and shot him, and then tried to pull the chains off his neck. And I heard they only got one of them.
I don't think that, you know what I'm saying. And this is one thing that I don't like. Niggas is making it seem like LA niggas is targeting out of town people. That is not true.
Yeah,
nigga,
they're targeting jewelry and period.
Nigga. Let me tell you something.
Targeting LA niggas.
LA niggas is targeting everybody. LA niggas like nigga. I'm a nigga that's loved and respected out here. If I'm slipping, LA nigga, it could be somebody where I come from that'll try to do some shit to you. Like that's where we come from. We used to homies doing grimy shit. You know what I'm saying? So if niggas is beefing with each other and getting into with each other, what do you think they're gonna do to somebody that they don't know? And niggas is out here hungry. And LA, I tell niggas all the time, LA is not the place to come to right now. It's crazy. Like niggas is getting air tags. They putting air tags under people's cars.
That's the other way that I would have thought it would be way more likely that somebody would do the air tag shit or that they would follow him back to wherever he's at.
Hell no, they walked up and put the blower to this nigga in the restaurant.
Right. And you want to know the crazy thing about it is every time I seen PNB, he was always running with the right people out here, and he was never slipping. You feel me?
Because he even told the story on that academics clip that he just put out. Because you remember how he had the video with Greedo back in the day?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he tells the story about how some Grape Street dudes basically like pulled up on him, acting cool, but at the same time, like he caught the vibe that they were basically like trying to
talk out loud.
Mm-hmm. You know, like see where he's at, see like what's going on, etc.
Take a temperature.
And then he basically just like overpowered the situation. Not necessarily overpowered, but he basically caught what they were doing, leveled with them, and was basically like, I'll pull up, and like pulled up to Jordan Downs, and like he ended up doing that video with Greedo and shit, which is kind of like I remember having that conversation with people at the time, like, why the fuck is PNB Rock like, you know, in Jordan Downs? Why is he doing this shit with Greedo? Like, this is very interesting and like out of the ordinary, you know?
He fucked with niggas out here.
Yeah.
Like he did. Niggas fucked with him too. And you know, the crazy thing about it is too, is like, if prime example, if I'm a fucking artist, right? I'm making money, I'm famous. Let's say I go move to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Where he's from. If I go out there, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, taking the right precautions. I'm not moving with security. I'm out here going to the clubs. I'm out here making money. You feel me? And the time frame right now, it's only a matter of time before a nigga from Philly try to rob me. They're like, nigga, he ain't even from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing, how they trying to make it seem like LA is targeting these. No, it's not that. It's just that, nigga, everybody get money and they want to move out here. You know what I mean? And I hate it. I hate that niggas come from hoods from other places. They move to Los Angeles to try to get away from the hood and the problems they got in the hood, only to lose their life to come out here. You know what I'm saying? When they came out here to better their fucking situation. That shit is terrible. I hate that shit, man.
Sad, bro.
Let me ask you something. Because any sane person, any logically thinking person would have said, PNB, leave your jewelry in the center console in your car. You know, like leave that shit in your backpack, leave that shit at the crib, whatever. As a rapper, if he's taking flicks in the Roscoe's without his chains on, or if he's, you know, spotted by people, they filming him, is that like a thing? Like would we have seen, are we the same culture that would have been laughing at PNB Rock if there was a video of him eating at the Roscoe's in the hood and the caption was, oh, look at PNB Rock's too scared to wear his jewelry in the hood? Because that's very plausible to me. I wouldn't put that past a lot of blog sites out there.
Everybody from LA said the same thing. What made him go to that restaurant? Because
that's all we were talking about.
We don't, bro, niggas don't go there. Even when you went there, what did I tell you? I said, you went to the Roscoe's over there? I'm like, nigga, are you tripping?
I've never eaten there in my entire life. I'm eating at every other Roscoe's.
Right. I mean, the reality is I wouldn't have been there if I didn't have security and I was with a bunch of locals. Yeah.
But even, you know, even going there too, I can see, like, when I tell you, when PNB used to be out here, he was moving like he moved it correctly. He probably felt like, you know what I'm saying, shit was cool. He knew niggas probably in the area and stuff like that. And bro, I don't
know, bro.
Bro, this shit crazy. But like, I could see somebody like, It's Roscoe's, bro. Roscoe's, you don't really hear about shit happening in that type of chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he probably had that shit a lot of times. It's like, oh, it's a Roscoe's over here near, and not thinking too much of it. And then, man, like, and who know? And the fact that niggas is trying to put that shit on his baby mama, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was thinking that there was one of the police chief or whatever put out a fucking statement basically saying that it may have been related to his girlfriend, putting the address out there, which to me, like, I don't feel like the cops tend to speculate on that sort of thing unless they have a serious hunch.
Okay.
Although it's not like they've caught the dude who did it, so how the fuck would they know how that happened? I mean, they maybe are just trying to make the point to the greater public, like, don't publicize your location when you're wearing a bunch of jewelry in a bad area. But.
And that could possibly be one of the reasons. But I'm saying, like, let's keep it real. Nigga, nobody knows who his baby mama is. So to think that
I think she has like
niggas from
500K on Instagram or something. Although,
what?
I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know about that, but she has like a significant amount of followers. But
she got a
I
significant
definitely
amount
don't
of-
think that.
But to think that hood niggas from LA
Are
is
thinking about
watching
that,
her fucking story
Hell
and
no.
doing
Y'all-
that fast,
Y'all tripping.
and
Y'all
doing
tripping.
that,
Y'all know that hood niggas be looking
They
looking
do,
at
they do,
bitches.
they do.
But
And
is
if
it-
she got that many followers, my nigga.
Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? I wouldn't say it's more
Did
likely.
Did she put him in her story, or did she only put the chicken and
I think
waffles?
she just showed the waffles and shit. Yeah.
But bro, niggas is not stupid. Niggas put two
Niggas
and two
ain't
together.
stupid.
She geotagged.
She
it.
geotagged it.
Yeah,
which-
she put the little
because
bar
look-
with the Roscoe's thing.
Because
yeah.
you could because you could have just posted the chicken and waffles and nobody
And not have it.
would have known which Roscoe's you was at.
geotag it
but
You geotag which one you're at.
at the
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
That's
worst area.
crazy
in the
as fuck.
fucking-
But this is the thing: is that PNB Rock's homie. This is some poetic Flacco shit that I'm putting this
Oh,
out
God.
there. But like allegedly, I think I seen Flacco made a video about it. That allegedly one of his friends on his close friends on Instagram. So we are not supposed to be able to see this, but apparently somebody leaked it. He said that basically PNB Rock had dealt with this a bunch of times with his girl. This had been a consistent issue.
Where he told her
and
like,
she just got her Instagram back. And when I say that, it sounds kind of weird. Apparently, he had taken her Instagram away from her for like
What?
6 months. And I'm not 100% sure why. I don't know if he thought
put her on
that
punishment.
Maybe he caught her talking to somebody, or maybe there was something inappropriate from his perspective. I mean, it does sound pretty fucking crazy to me. I could never imagine taking my girl's Instagram privileges away. But he had just given it back to her. And her caption said, like, my baby daddy, yada, yada, just, did this, and this, and gave me my account back. He'd be tripping on me, yada, yada. I mean, that alone, like, is some weird shit.